Welcome aboard, race fans, here to Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, here for the NAPA Truck Series, a triple header weekend here in the FBRL, and Samuel England's gonna kickstart things with that number 56 truck on the pole here for S3 Motorsports over Kyle Collins. Collins with a milestone win in the Sony Cup Series back at Trois-Rivières, and Kyle Collins looking to impress the home crowd even more here today as the pace truck is off. 42 trucks set in stone, ready for some action here at Canada, as here the field comes off the final corner and the green flag waves. Are racing here in Canada. Great start all around for the top two. Kyle Collins actually had a very good jump start that time around, and Samuel England's gonna have to try and fight back on that upper groove. Down to the inside he goes. Kyle Collins still fighting back. England putting a very strong fight, and he's gonna be the one to be in front of that number 78 car. And here comes Will Goss down to the inside, the flip side car. Off to a great start so far. Couple of drivers stuck on that inside groove as here they come towards the long downhill sector. They're gonna go very tricky corner to miss your braking zone here, and Kyle Collins going a little bit off there, had two wheels into the gravel that time around, and Samuel England's gonna be the first one off that corner. He's gonna run away with the race lead. Collins second. Great defense all around. Goss sits in third, and there's trouble in the back. Looks to be Hannah Allen in the 26 car. And that definitely is Hannah Allen. Looks to be Nick Breeding as well. Some early shenanigans here on lap number one as the field getting stacked up near the mid-pack. As here they come rounding through the S's. Very also another tricky set of corners. You mess up, it can cost you. And we just saw that right now. AJ Jones and Nick Pericles off the track early on and out of the race. Two strong trucks off the bat are going to be here in the opening laps here at Canadian Tire. So this all happened in Moss Corner, really coming off that corner to say the least. And you see Nick Breedy making it 3 wide, pressing the issue there. There's just no space whatsoever. Hooks the quarter panel of Hannah Allen, who in turn gets turned by Blake Warren, and the two trucks just go into the concrete barrier. Able to keep it going though, not too much damage on both of their trucks, but so far back. And then you saw the incident with AJ Jones and Nick Pericles. Jones was battling Malik Nevins, got loose into the corner, and then Nick Pericles just got into the quarter panel and watched the two slam the tire barrier. Hard impact for the both of them, and out of the race early on. An early departure for both the 48 and the 12. Cloud now trying to fend off Cody Lamas. Lamas now looking in the left lane on the outside. He's gonna go, and Cloud's gonna maintain his line on that inside tighter line. And looks like Cloud's going to be able to. Lamas drives it off. Here comes Austin Johnson. Easily breezes by the 33. And here comes Cole Baker into the picture as well. Look at that one of Ben Crouch also in the picture. They're actually helping Cody Lamas out. And look at the 37 now. Back towards the inside. Cole Baker trying to gain some points. Did not qualify too well in the race. And now trying to crack his way toward that top 15 range. That looks to be the goal for now for this 77 truck at the moment because of where they're running. Cole Baker's trying to get on the charge, getting aggressive early on as Cody Lamas dropping backwards here. Ben Crouch now on the move to the inside of Lamas for position. Lamas' truck not looking as good ever since he made that mistake. Look at Ryan Dagby making a move on the 37 of Miller, and looks like Lamas is still going to try and hold him off, putting a great fight to the regulars, showing that he's got what it takes. Cody Lamas has that talent and experience to show his dominance here in the NAPA Truck Series. And though 18th isn't the ideal run at the moment, he might see this 33 truck climb towards the end of this one. Tyler Black has caught Will Goss, got the slipstream, and now moves to the right side. Look at Malik Nevins trying to do the exact same thing as the two Fords are now going to work together around the Chevrolet. And points later, Tyler Black now up to third, while Malik Nevins is looking for that top 5 position in that 4th spot and will take it easily away from Will Goss. Meanwhile, Ryan Butcher battling teammate Eric Tomax. Inside he's gonna go, passes the 4 car quite easily, and here comes Tomax willing to fight back. The two are gonna slide up into each other, and Tomax is gonna go into the tire barrier, and Eric Tomax is gonna be out of the race on lap 4 of 26 here in the NAPA Truck Series. And the chances of sweeping all 3 races are gonna go down in smoke here, just like that. And one small touch from Ryan Butcher knocks Eric DeMax out of the race. You see, Butcher got around Eric DeMax for the position, but then watched DeMax try and fight back. You see, he goes for a lunge, but then they just make contact, and Butcher doesn't really anticipate DeMax fighting back, and the Ford truck just ends up into the tires. You just lose so much grip in the grass, and just like that, DeMax's Toyota is out of it. Sanders now on the attack of Bobo Jones, breezes by the 76, and Jones is going to lose potentially 2 spots because here comes Bilson. Down to the inside, he's going to go, and also that 21 of Christian Vargas is also leering into the picture, but the Irwin Tools machine now with a run, got the quarter panel right there, sends it in the corner, and Jones has to back off, and Sanders and Bilson benefit from the 76's mistake, as Sanders now in 6th position in car number 89, with Bilson now in 7th. And there's Bobo just sitting in the 8th spot, and Christian Vargas sitting in 9th, but Bobo Jones now trying to put a fight back on Bilson, back towards the inside, but again the lines are going to inverse once again, and here they come towards the downhill left-hander. This time around, Bilson still keeping his nose ahead, but Bobo with the run off the corner, breaks later than the 92, and they're still gonna be side by side, pretty even off the corner that time around. Look at the momentum. Bilson gets off the corner, and here they come once again towards another downhill sector, and it looks to be Bilson this time around, and Bobo Jones just still not giving up without a fight, hoping that 92 makes a mistake down to the inside off of Moss, and Bobo Jones still trying to hold on for dear life. These two are still neck and neck. Nobody willing to give an inch whatsoever. Bobo Jones, though, trying to outgas him, really try to get that straight line speed. Meanwhile, Lane Sanders now on the move, now trying to get inside the top 5 on Will Goss this time around, down to the inside. And the 89 shocking a lot of drivers alike, and Lane Sanders now up to 5th. Goss trying to fight back on the upper groove. Sanders squeezes him a little bit off, but Lane Sanders clears the 94, and up to P5 goes car number 89. Tyler Black now closing in on Kyle Collins for the runner-up spot, now down to the inside. An easy pass by him as the 34 car now moves up to the 2nd position. Collins dropping back, but Tyler Black moving forwards in that 34 machine, and the points leader again putting a big grasp on his points contenders, and now he's going to try and chase down Samuel England for the top spot. Collins sits in 3rd, Malik Nevins chilling in the 4th spot, and Lane Sanders in that top 5. A little bit of a gaggle right behind him near the outskirts of the top 10. There you see JD Martin, Logan Cloud, and Austin Rogers all closed up together. And there is Cody Lamas just a little bit outside that top 10, sitting in 14th with Sebastian Kukulon and Austin Johnson following. So Dytech having all 3 of their trucks close together right now, so a solid day for what they're having at the moment. Meanwhile, a little bit of a battle back here between Austin Miller and Ryan Dagby as Dagby stays on the upper groove. Here comes Miller down at the bottom, and the OK Tire Machine's gonna move up a position, but Dagby's going to try and fight back. Still side by side again through the downhill sector. These trucks are so heavy, and the matter at hand is how you can outbrake your opponent as well as to avoid making as much mistakes as you can. There you see Cole Baker and Ryan Reed also not too far behind, but they decide to calm themselves down as they're now going to be single file coming towards a Moss corner once again. Ryan Dagby up the hill a little bit here. Miller again back down on the inside, now on the attack. Schramm drives it wide right in front of him. It actually might be 2 spots just like that. And Miller's gonna move up a position. Look at Larry Hagan in the back. He gets around Zayden Davidson with a nice clean pass in that 88 truck. And there is Larry Hagan moving his way forward. But looking back, there you see the gap between Christian Vargas and Ryan Butcher extending just a tad there. But Will Goss has retaken the spot away from the 89 of Lane Sanders. And P5 goes Will Goss. It's a dogfight outside the top 30. TJ Smith going wide. Here comes Thomas Lipscomb following, and they make contact and into the wall. Both of them go. And Lipscomb with some front end damage. It looks to be a lot of right side damage to TJ Smith's car. And I think there was another driver that got swept up in it. It looks to be Bob Burns in the 67, so not what they wanted whatsoever. And that's going to drop them a little bit backwards as well as a result. Here we go, battle for the race lead. Black has closed in on England, and now on the back bumper, now moves to the right side. England sees he's right there, and Black now going down to the bottom of the racetrack. Side by side for the lead, no one's willing to give, and England's actually going to really let that 34 car go. And it's Tyler Black now to the point here at CTMP. Kyle Collins still sitting in third, but now these two are going to have to swap here. And England's going to have to put a response back if he wants to take that lead back, because he's led a grand portion of this race so far. And on lap number 10, Tyler Black has now led that lap. Again, they go through Moss, and look at that 34. He's out of shape, goes wide, and here comes Samuel England down on the inside. And England's gonna take the spot away. Great response back, took advantage of Black's mistake, and England responds back, retakes the lead. And for Kyle Collins and the others, this is good for them. They're wanting to see these two battle it out so they could make it potentially a bigger match of cars, or trucks to say the least, race at it for the checkered flag. Meanwhile, Lane Sanders back at it again with Will Goss. These two have been sparring partners in this race, and Sanders down on the bottom hugs the rumble strip close, and Goss drives it wide, and here comes Lane Sanders back at it again. And the 89 machine still stuck on the bottom, slides up the hill and clears Will Goss, and back up to P5 goes truck number 89. And there's Zachary Bilson closing in on those two, battling it out. TJ Smith coming out of his stall. But this is going to be a 3-car race for the 5th position, and potentially more if Bobo Jones and company can catch that number 89. Kyle Springer would find his troubles after bouncing off of Nick Breeding, going into the grass, and into the tire barrier went the BB&T machine, and out of the race goes Kyle Springer. It's a Congo line for the 12th spot. Austin Rogers leads the way with Cody Lamas right behind him. Lamas trying to put the pressure on the 35, but Lamas is actually going to fall pressure himself from Cloud as he's going to go wide. Here comes Sebastian Kukulon. Now trying to take advantage, trying to also try and take 2 spots in one go as the 05 goes to the outside groove. Now switches to the bottom. Again, really the straightaway kind of determines the inverse lines here at Canadian Tire, as there you see Kukulon down the inside of his teammate Logan Cloud sits behind. He's going to try and tuck on the outside groove. Lamas slides up the hill. Here comes Kukulon back down on the bottom. Lamas, the lines are going to inverse. Lamas trying to fight back. And the 05 still having at it down at the bottom. Great battling near the mid-pack, but Cody Lamas is going to power his way ahead of the 05. And that is some great defense by Cody Lamas, and Kukulon still putting a great grudge match against him, basically. Two still going at it in a friendly manner, but Cody Lamas certainly wants to be the best out of that team. Here currently running in 13th now, trying to again chase down Austin Rogers, who in turn has caught J.D. Martin thanks to lap traffic. And Austin Rogers having a pretty solid effort in that 35 truck, certainly wanting a great run. And runs like these can really impress teams around, and Austin Rogers having that Red Bull deal has a bright future ahead of him if things go in the right direction. But lap car not really playing too into his hands that well, and that's going to allow Cody Lamas and others to try and attack. And Kukulon actually looked to pounce on the 33, but just couldn't get there. But J.D. Martin's going to be a little bit of a sitting duck this time around. Austin Rogers on the back bumper of that 38 machine. J.D. Martin trying to hold on to 11th, and again they're going to have to get around TJ Smith. And here they come through the S's. They're going to go. And J.D. Martin's actually going to get a little bit of breathing space that time around. Kukulon down to the outside, but I think he might have come down pit road, goes way into the grass, and hits the wall, so he might have gotten too close for comfort there, and right side damage to Kukulon's truck, just like that. But J.D. Martin, couple of others coming down pit road. Pit stops have begun. There is Samuel England in there looking for a 4-tire stop on that Red Bull machine. Has had a very fast truck He's gonna rocket his way off a pit road, and the matter at hand is, will the undercut be successful, or will the overcut be the preferred way here on the racetrack? Right now, though, staying out, Tyler Black in that 34. He is looking to extend that points lead, and we've mentioned that so many times. And what a story to behold if Tommy Roberts Racing can break gold here today at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. Tyler Black has come in, and now he is out of his stall. Where is Samuel England? You see him on the right side of your screen. Watch that 56 leer into the picture, and there he is. There's Samuel England, and Tyler Black's actually gonna beat the 56 out, and the overcut looked to work this time around. And Samuel England now is going to have to play the cat, while Tyler Black is going to have to be the mouse, trying to get those tires up to temperature. Samuel England's already got those tires up to temperature, got them very hot and warm, and the 56 now on the back bumper of Tyler Black. Through Moss Corner they're gonna go. Black slips up the hill, so does England. Both of them just so close together, and both of them actually drive it wide. Here comes England down on the inside, both of them making contact, and somehow they didn't wreck each other. England had to back off the gas, and that actually might be the breathing space that Tyler Black needs. But right now, it's that 34 truck up front with the 56 in second. Then you got Malik Nevins cycling the third, Collins in fourth. And then a huge battle for the fifth spot between Goss, Sanders, and Bilson. Sanders again having a career run in that 89. What would be a great day if a top 5 were to come to fruition for this team. Bilson down to the inside, now swapping to the outside groove. The two lines intersecting, and Sanders has to give the space, because here comes Bobo Jones into the picture. 4-way battle for the 5th spot, and Bobo Jones just watching these two go at it. He wants to join in on the fray, and now he's caught Lane Sanders and is now on the back bumper of the 89. Meanwhile, there is Ryan Butcher sitting in the 9th spot, and Christian Vargas in the top 10. What actually a pretty good day for the Tommy Roberts Racing team here. 3 of their trucks running almost into the top 10, but pretty much 2 of them in the top 10, 1 in 1st and 1 in that 10th spot, while JD Martin sitting just on the outskirts of that top 10, potentially hoping for some trouble to happen. Kyle Collins, though, now making a move on Malik Nevins. Nevins actually, I think, went to the outside groove. Contact made, and Malik Nevins goes off a little bit there. Some breathing space for Kyle Collins, and the Canadian's gonna be edging his way ahead of the 28 truck. The Tonka truck's gonna try and put some fight back, but meanwhile Lane Sanders, though, getting pressured from Bilson once again. Bilson's car and truck really has been so quick, as well as Bobo Jones, so these guys are going to be battling out for the top 10 for the remaining of this race. It looks to be a one-stopper based on when they pitted, so I think everybody should be good to go on fuel to the end. So things are looking bright for some of these drivers, but for others, it's going to be a weekend they're going to want to forget. Great run off of turn 10. Malik Nevins now, which way will he go? He's actually going to look to the right, bumps Collins out of the way. And now through the inside, swift pass by the Tonka machine, and Malik Nevins now up to the 3rd position. Collins drops down to 4th, and there's Walgoss just chilling in that 5th spot with Lane Sanders in 6th. But in terms of the top 2, Tyler Black has run off with the race lead over Samuel England, and England's gonna have to hope for lap traffic to really play into his hands, because we've seen it in the past at Canadian Tire and other series across the venue that lap traffic can be a pain sometimes. But Tyler Black, though, so far so good. The only truck he really has to approach at the moment is TJ Smith's number 6, and speaking of him, there he is on the straightaway, and he's gonna catch him at pretty much an alarming rate here sooner or later here. But that 34 car has hit gold here, and they are running away. Here they come towards lap traffic, and that is going to be the obstacle that Black's going to have to face. He gets around TJ Smith quite easily. Actually, Smith really lets him go, and that is to the relief of the Tommy Roberts Racing team. And for the owner, this is huge for them. The big break they need in the matter at hand is, will Smith hold up Samuel England, or will England be able to get around him quite easily? Because this could be a really bad spot to approach that 6th truck. You see the gap though, just so big. Well, not as big as we thought it would be, but it's still big enough for a comfortable gap. And here comes Smith down pit road, and he's hit the tire barrier. And TJ Smith is done for the day. Here comes everybody else though. Oh, and Malik Nevins just pulverized the ending of the barrier there. And there's Kyle Collins. He's put his truck into the tires, just trying to avoid that 6th truck. And just like that, 2 good trucks that were inside the top 5 running 3rd and 4th respectively are now out of it. And they're just trying to get out of the way. Everybody's just kind of scrambling for position. There's Cody Lamas weaving, bombing, and weaving. They're all just trying to scramble around this 28 truck. Oil on the track. There's Sebastian Kukulon, or Austin Johnson, wheezing on by. And there's Logan Cloud. Oh man, everybody just trying to get around them. Just so many damaged trucks on the field. There's only so little you can do with this track. But oh man, it's just... everybody's just almost running into each other. Ryan Reed just zooming on by. There is Austin Miller, Ryan Dagby. But those 2 trucks, again, as we mentioned, were running 3rd and 4th all race long inside the top 5. But it just wasn't meant to be, and something not of their own doing. So TJ Smith reported he had a tire going down, and they just slammed into the pit wall. And then watch Malik Nevins and Kyle Collins. They were trying to avoid the wreckage and just hit the ending just there. Then Kyle Collins didn't hit the ending like Malik, but ended up into the tire barriers due to the loss of traction in the grass. Very similar to the DeMax incident, but for these 2 drivers, their hopes and dreams have been crushed here in CTMP. But for other drivers, they're going to be the big beneficiaries like that, because that's 2 free positions on the grid. The battle for 21st is now heating up between Larry Hagan and Blake Warren. The mid-pack has been relatively competitive all race long, and now Blake Warren now putting the pressure on, trying to get inside that top 20. Larry Hagan being one of the first steps. Now to the inside, easily passes him. Here comes Austin Murray down to the inside. Oh, and he clips him, and Larry Hagan has obliterated the tire barrier, and out of the race he's gonna go. And just like that, another Nick Breeding car is out of the running there. A horrific break for the team. They started off so well in qualifying. Kyle Collins' truck has wrecked. Pericles' truck has wrecked. And now another one has bitten the dust here at CTMP, and certainly what was a dream come true has now been shattered just like that. But meanwhile though, as the laps wind down, so are the chances of Samuel England. The gap is 3.02 seconds over Tyler Black in that 34 truck. Tyler Black just running some solid lap times all around. Samuel England not able to really capitalize on that speed. The adjustments made just aren't working really. Will Goss though sitting in 3rd. Lane Sanders in P4, and the battle for 5th is now on between Bobo Jones, Ryan Butcher, and Zachary Bilson. Those guys are running 5th through 7th respectively, and they've got 2 laps to hold them off. Kyle Collins coming back on the racetrack, getting those repairs done. Cody Lamas is catapulted into the 8th position with Austin Johnson behind, and JD Martin running inside that top 10. And then there's Christian Vargas is running in the top 10 before the incident happened, which held him up horrifically. And that's why he is down in 11th. But even so, this is a great point save for the Tommy Roberts Racing team overall. As a team, this is the morale they want in an organization in the NAPA Truck Series. And though they haven't found the threshold or the success they had in the Hardee's National Series, they are finding something here in the lower division of the FBRL in the NAPA Truck Series. But Tyler Black now coming towards lap traffic once again. Bob Burns and Thomas Lipscomb. And there you see Lipscomb now on the bottom and Bob Burns up top. Lipscomb's actually going to get out of the way, so much to Black's liking. And right now here they come towards the final corner. The white flag is going to fly. One more lap to go for the 34 team. And into turn 1, lap cars are very cooperative with this team so far. Gives him a little wave saying thank you very much for being cooperative, as now he's going to just sail into the sunset for that race win. It looks to be his to lose, or really his to lose basically, unless he blows up. This 34 car is long gone and set sail and free for that win. Samuel England just running a distant second on his own little island, with Goss and Sanders in 3rd and 4th also on their individual islands. But the battle for 5th, really for 4th is on, or for 5th is on, between Ryan Butcher, Bobo Jones, and Bilson. Bobo Jones actually lost some spots that time around, and Bilson now getting challenged there thanks to Lipscomb's car in the way. And Bilson now getting held up by the 3. Here comes Bobo down to the inside, and Lipscomb's actually going to block his groove. Not what Bobo wants to see, and he might try and shove him out of the way. It might be an inopportune spot for the time being, but Bobo's not going to be able to really capitalize too much. But meanwhile though, Tyler Black, the points leader, coming in. What a race for him. Flawless laps all around, kept it clean, and off the final corner, Tyler Black is going to find victory lane here in Canada. And a huge win for the Tommy Roberts Racing Team. This is wonderful for them, as their points lead is going to extend to a whole different level here. And Samuel England's going to be the runner-up spot, in this getting that P2, Goss P3, and Lane Sanders P4. How about that? We love to see underdogs do so good in the NAPA Truck Series. How about Ryan Butcher P5, Bilson 6th, Bobo Jones 7th. Definitely a good confidence booster for him in terms of the FBRL. He's had some rocky steps, to say the least, in the Hardee's National Series and the Sony Cup Series alike. Bobo Jones looking for some more action, and a top 10, I'd say, is a good win for them, in my opinion there. There's Cody Lamas chilling in that 8th spot, then you got Austin Johnson, and then JD Martin rounding out your top 10. But how about that for Tyler Black? What a way to keep the championship fight going for them. In terms of eliminating the competition, this is what you need to do. You need to be consistent, you need to wrap these wins, and a win like this is fundamental in showcasing that you're a force to be reckoned with, and Tyler Black has proven that. He had a great fight with Samuel England, and England just ended up oh so short. The team made the right adjustments, and this is the end result. Things have gone in the right direction for this 34 team. Could we see more of this in the future? As of right now, it seems to be the case, because in the past, we've seen this team climb up and reach those expectations, maybe even exceed expectations here, as they brought this truck now to victory lane. Thank you all for listening in and watching. Though it may have not been the most thrilling of races, for some drivers this will be an unforgettable one, because there were some ups and downs for a lot of drivers abound. Thank you all for watching. Look into the race results, and congratulations to Tyler Black on the win.